business, and spirituality. On this show, I like to transfer energy on a spiritual level. Frequencies, wavelengths, auras, and fundamentally, through the chakras. Each and every single living organism has a chakra system in which spiritual energy travels through and around it each and every day. I'm Indigo, a living, breathing, walking representation of the third eye in the flesh. And this season on Chakras, the spirit of Indigo, I plan to embark on many topics that are going to allow you to experience ascension and enlightenment on a whole new level. Welcome back to a new episode of Chakras, the spirit of Indigo, where we allow you to experience ascension and enlightenment on a whole new level, all right? Now, today's episode is going to be centered around sacred geometry, all right? We're going to explore the origins, not to mention the Platonic Solids, and we're also going to make it practical for you, all right? So you can gather your own experiences. Now, what are the origins? Now, the true origins cannot be specifically dated, all right, but we know they go back to the beginning of time, all right? Now, the records show that they date back to the Egyptian time periods and the Mesopotamians over there in the Middle East and the northeastern part of Africa, all right? And it makes sense. I read it also in this book where Drunvalo Melchizedek talks about the ancient secret to the flower of life. All right, I'm also going to show you a picture of that and put a link so you can gather your information, all right? Now, what are the Platonic solids? Now, first of all, what is a Platonic solid? Platonic solids are three-dimensional, congruent, regular, convex polyhedrons. Now, polyhedrons, the word itself dates back to the Greek times. You know, the Pythagoras and the Platos, all right? And the word poly itself means many, and hedron refers to surfaces. So we have there many surfaces, and there are 5 specific Platonic solids that are in the universe that are centered around every single sacred geometry, all right? The first one is the tetrahedron, or you know what, that's the pyramid. We have 2 pyramids inside of each other forms a tetrahedron, all right? Also known as the Merkaba, or the light body. The second one is going to be the cube. The third one is going to be the octahedron. The fourth one is going to be the dodecahedron. And the fifth one is going to be the icosahedron, all right? Going to show you a picture of all 5 of those Platonic solids at the end of the episode as well, so make sure you stay tuned, all right? Now, moving forward to make it practical for you, you yourself can go out there and draw these types of sacred geometries, all right? And the sacred geometries that you draw, they just increase our connection with our spirit, all right? And they make us whole again. That's why it comes down to the word sacred geometry. These things have the exact same angles and the exact same faces or shapes, as I said earlier, all right? So you can go out there and draw the dodecahedron, the icosahedron, the tetrahedron, and not to mention the cube and the octahedron, all right? So had to make sure I didn't miss any of them. But we're gonna take a quick commercial break. I'll be right back to explain some more about the sacred geometries along with the Platonic solids. All right? Great afternoon. How are you doing, content creators? I'm Indigo. Welcome to day 9, all right? We're talking about resolution with our camera. As you know, I'm still using my Canon EOS M50. This is going to be 24 frames per second, all right? Got my trusty yardstick right here to help me out. This is what I use to make measurements, clothing brand. All right, I also got the eye right here. I love this. Love putting those logos on the hood. All right, so we're gonna come back with the next one, or the next resolution test. All right, so you can see how this camera works. All right, I'm Indigo. I'll be right back. What's up, content creators? I'm back. This is going to be 30 frames per second. All right. So let me know what this one looks like. All right. Also, third eye. Get you a third eye, okay? I'm sorry. We all have third eyes. Open that third eye up. You know what I'm talking about? Let's come right back with 60 frames per second. All right. 60 frames per second. What's it look like? You tell me. I'm Indigo. Hit me up on the website www.indigokid87.com, where we out here practicing what? Group economics, all 2021. All right. You can also look me up on the YouTube channel, where I'll be uploading all of my new season chakras, the spirit of Indigo as well. Type in Spencer Williams /chakras. All right. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Also hit that bell button notification. All right. I'm Indigo. I'm out of here. This was day 9 challenge. Looking forward to seeing what you other great content creators have in store. All right. Have a blessed day. Namaste. Welcome back, all right, from that commercial break. Thank you so much. We're now into the part of the segment where we talk about the weekly spiritual insight, all right? And this week on the weekly spiritual insight, we're going to be talking about Metatron's Cube. Now, Metatron's Cube is the collection of all 5 of the Platonic Solids that I just referred to you, all right? Now, out of Metatron's Cube comes the fruit of life. Well, we're also talking about it in this book right here by, can't even say he's a mentor of mine yet, but I've only read 1 or 2 of his books because this is a collective series, but drum below Melchizedek, all right? Where we talk about Metatron's Cube and how these Platonic solids formed and shaped all of this 3-dimensional world that we see right now, all right? Definitely gonna get that book to you. But the challenge this week for the weekly spiritual insight is for you to go out there and do some research about Metatron's Cube, all right? Study the 5 Platonic solids, know how they work and know how they came into fruition, all right? Now, we're gonna take another quick commercial break. When we come back, we're going to be talking about, you know what it is, the message of the day, all right? Great afternoon, content creators. My name is Indigo. Welcome to day 10 of the Solo Creative Pro Challenge, where we're talking about depth, all right? I got some ambient light in the back. I got some optics in the foreground right here, all right? So I want to talk a little bit today about activity and exercise, all right? Things that are related to your health and boosting your immune system. I myself am very athletic. Played 2 sports growing up, baseball and football. Football was more so my primary, so that's why I have my helmet right here, not to mention my medallion that I got from being in the playoff in the NCAA Division III as well. So yeah, go out there and get some activity going on. Right? There's so many ways to be active. I also incorporated with my teachings of the chakras as well. What do you ask is going to be of exercise and activity? Yoga. And not to mention meditation. There are different forms of these, but you can also check them out on my YouTube channel, Spencer Williams /chakras. Make sure you subscribe to that channel. Check out all of the Chakras, Road to Indigo episodes. I display on there so many different positions of yoga that you can use to strengthen the chakras, and not to mention your physical body and mental body, all right? Going back to being active, you know, football is my love, so is baseball growing up, but I've now incorporated golf, and not to mention tennis. Whenever I can get out there, I love to do disc golfing as well. Well, that's the technical term, but I like to call it frothing. All right, so I have a pet as well, so if you do own animals, Yeah, get outside with those animals, get a little bit of activity going, get that heart rate going, boost that immune system any way you can, all right? Not to mention boost your mental health. That's the most important to me. That's pretty much all I have for you today. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to the Day 10 Challenge of the Solo Creative Pro. I'm Indigo. Once again, you can check me out on the website, www.indigokid87.com, where we're out here practicing what? Group economics, all 2021, all right? Thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'm gonna see you next time, all right? Namaste. How you doing? Thank you once again. Welcome back. We're about to get ready to wrap it up, but before we do, we always give you the message of the day, all right? And of course, that message of the day is ownership, all right? Go out there and get some ownership about yourself. I've been practicing 4 principles that I also would like to bestow upon you. The first one is going to be paperwork, all right? Once you go out there and put all this intellectual property that we all possess, it's called content. Put it on paper, all right? You can get LLCs, you can get copyrights to your logos and stuff, things of that nature, trademarks, all sorts of paperwork out there for you as a business owner to start monetizing. That way, it leads you to step number 2, which is going to be investments. We have to invest in ourselves. We also have to invest in the paperwork that we just got. There's no reason to get the paperwork and not invest in ourselves, all right? So with that being said, most of us have a 9-to-5 job. A lot of us have a side hustle as well. We're making money. We have multiple streams of income. Put some of that money or invest some of that money right back into the paperwork that you just got. That way you can become a little bit more successful, and it leads you to step number 3, which is group economics, all right? Now, specifically, group economics is going out there and supporting those just like you, other entrepreneurs. They could be family members, co-workers, associates, anyone in your realm of community that you know for a fact is practicing business, all right, on that level. Go out there and shop with them, all right? Provide services for them. That way, in turn, you add mutualism. That's the whole thing, or the whole basis, if I could put a tag on it, to group economics, all right? We have to be getting something back from each other, all right? Let's start giving a little bit more than we're taking, all right? Now, the last step is going to be time management, all right? I advocate this one the most, because with time management, we buy back our time, all right? And how we buy back our time? Let's begin to schedule a little bit better. Once we begin to write down our daily goals, weekly, monthly, annually goals, then we can begin to climb that stair-step ladder, because the small goals help us accomplish the big goals, all right? The second part of time management is definitely going to be budgeting. I touched on it a little bit with the investment, but budgeting is huge when it comes down to getting some of that time back, all right? Let's go out there and budget our money, all right? Let's budget our side hustle money as well. Let's combine scheduling with all of them, and let's make time management real for us, all right? Those are the 4 principles. I am Indigo. Thank y'all so much for tuning in, all right? We went over the topic today, which is sacred geometry. All right, we went over the Platonic Solids, the origins, not to mention some things to make it practical for you, the weekly spiritual insight, and not to mention the message of the day, all right? Make sure you're practicing intuition, creativity, and imagination.